Hey, we are live. Guess who's on time? Hey, thanks for being on time.
You're welcome.
I'm so appreciative of your time management skills on today. I said it. I was for real. Hey, y'all.
What up?
Hey.
What up?
It's G time, y'all. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together. You know I'm going to jump in because we on time. He on time. Man, we have some good questions. Okay? I appreciate all of you guys who are sending us questions. I hope that we'll be able to answer, a couple. Sometimes we, get stuck on one. It is the question of the day, not the question of the day. The questions of the day. So, we'll probably stick with one. But if we have time, if we move on, don't worry. We'll move on a little bit. So, let's jump on in. Should we jump on in or should we give people time?
I mean...
Because I was sitting here listening to my music. It was just...
They know what time it is.
Yes.
It's been moved. 9 o'clock.
It is. It's true. It's a school night.
It's a school
night. Lord, we've been late every day this week. Stop telling people our business. Don't mind me. Y'all know me, right? All right, so we jumping in. Hey, girl. Oh, hey. It's G time, y'all. Why did I forget everything I'm supposed to say?
I have no idea. Why did you forget?
Hey guys, it's your girl Miss G, and you know what time it is. It's G time. It's time to get up, get active, and get it together. My purpose is to give advice, encourage change, and empower success. The goal is for us to grow, elevate, and excel. Everyday action is required for change, and you have the power to create change. Welcome to our live Ask the G's. Callie Tink Official, send your mama the link. She texted me during the live. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. So, y'all, we jumping in with the question of the day, okay? I didn't put the phone on silent, so we will have noises. Lord. Ding! I know. Let me see if I can do it real quick. But what if I, go off live?
Don't you go off.
I'm nervous, y'all. Y'all gonna have to deal with the dings. Because I don't want to mess it up. I'm sorry. That was my bad. All right, y'all ready with the question of the day? Here we go. Hey, love you too. All right, the question of the day is, if the wife steps back, will the husband step up? Ooh, that's a hard one. Let me tell y'all, this is our bowl, right? We had a lot of questions, and they were all hard. I was like, whoa, y'all went in 2022. Y'all was like, look, I got some real questions. This is a good question. However, it's a little broad for me, but I can do this. I got this. We got this, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if the wife steps back, will the husband step up? What do you think about this, love?
I think it depends on the request. I think it depends on the context of what you're talking about. And it also depends on, your communication skills. Don't leave things for interpretation.
Right. Some of our comments, one said, nope. The other one said, hopefully. Well, stepping back. When I think about stepping back, well, I'm glad that the question was wife and husband, because it's different between, if we're dating, right? If we're dating and we take a step back, maybe that is two people saying, or one person saying, you know what, I need to process this and make sure I'm making the best decision for me, right? But it's a little different when we enter into that union of marriage. What does stepping back look like? Does stepping back look like, I'm not going to keep saying the same thing over and over again because I've already said it, and now I'm going to let you do what you do with it. You either going to do it or you're not. Is that what stepping back look like? Does stepping back mean literally stepping back from the relationship? My concern with stepping back is you step back far enough, you're going to step back. And then what does that mean for the relationship? So that's why I said it was a very broad question, but I get it. So the question of the day again is, if the wife steps back, will the husband step up? We had some answers, and one person said no. Somebody else said hopefully. What are you looking for in stepping back? Are you looking for your partner to take more of an initiative in household, in the relationship, with the kids, finances? What are you looking for? That would be my question to a person that asked me this. I would want to know, in you stepping back, what are you hoping for? Are you hoping that your silence speaks volume? Do you hope that somebody that your spouse says, you know what, I see that you have stepped back, let me go ahead and do what is happening here? Let me go ahead and step up. I'm like,
I'm talking to the people.
Devin G. Senior said.
I'm talking to the people. Oh, dang it, go back here.
For the husband to try to fill in for the wife. Okay, I get that. So what does that look like? Like picking up the pieces. Like, does this person feel like I'm doing way too much, and at this point I'm just gonna step back and see what you start to handle? Again, my question would be, what are you hoping for? If what you're hoping for doesn't happen, what's the next step?
If what you're hoping for does happen, what's the next step?
Right. That's true. If I step back because I'm like, all right, I'm doing too much, I keep saying the same thing over and over, you're not listening to me, so I'm going to step back and see if you step up. And then you step up. Then what?
I want my parade. You've been asking, this has been an issue, and I stepped up, I hit it out the park. I want my parade. I want my parade.
What is a parade? What parade do you want?
I just want appreciation for accomplishing the task.
Why do we have to ask? Why you just can't do it in the first place?
I mean, sometimes we are oblivious to it being an issue. That's where having communication comes into play. Like there's a lot of times where we just speak aloud, right? We speaking aloud. We're not directly addressing anything, but we just speaking aloud. Oh, I don't like it when I come home and the dishes ain't put away. Who are you talking to right now? I don't know. Who is this addressed to? So it can be the kids didn't do something. It can be, vice versa. If it was me saying it, if it was you saying that, there needs to be some clarity in that. So, I forgot.
So does that mean? So that means we go back to expectations, right? What am I expecting of you? So again, this is a nice little topic. I think this question can also go for the wife. Exactly. You know what, babe? Can you go ahead and put the question of the day in the feed, in the track? You know what I mean? That thing where the words keep coming up. So that everyone knows what the question of the day is.
Gotcha.
So we're talking about, if the wife steps back, will the husband step up? And so I said it depends, right? It depends on what you're looking for, what your hope is when you step back. Am I stepping back? What am I stepping back from? Am I stepping back from the relationship? Am I stepping back from all of the house duties, the financial duty? What am I stepping back from? And why do I need to step back? Is it because I'm doing too much and you're not doing anything? You're not doing enough? I don't feel like you're doing enough? This comes back to communication and expectations.
Right.
Because if I step back far enough,
right, you be out the door.
Right. How far back does a person have to step back in order to get their needs met?
Right.
That can go a lot of ways. Maybe the wife is looking for leadership. Yeah. That goes back to expectations. What was the expectations before the union? Was there leadership before the union? Did it all just disappear once we said I do? Because typically people are who they are. And when people show you who they are, believe them. So am I looking for more of a leadership role, or am I looking for you to be who you have always been. I told y'all, I'm sorry I didn't turn off my notifications, and it will ring. I'm sorry. Maybe the wife took the leadership. Hey, thank you for joining us today. Question of the day is, if the wife steps back, will the husband step up? Some of our feedback has been nope. Someone else said hopefully, right? That's the hope, right? The hope is if I step back. Right.
Pin the question to the lie.
What does that mean? I'm real new. You see what happens when we get these tech people on here? Thank you. I appreciate it. Pin the question to the lie. I don't know what that means, but I think he does.
I do, but I just don't know how to do it.
Text us how to do it. So, if the wife steps back, will the husband step up? The hope is that the other person will step up, right? And start filling in the gaps or doing what it is that is needed. I said it again, it goes back to expectations and communication. I feel frustrated because whatever it is you're frustrated by, I feel frustrated that I'm washing dishes every day. I need for us to alternate so that I'm not washing dishes every day. Said what I said. I said how I feel and what I need. So if I wash dishes on Monday and Tuesday they still in the sink, Wednesday my turn come around and they still there, I'm gonna step back. But then what's gonna happen? Either somebody gonna get tired of them dishes being in the sink, or what?
Right. I lost you. Where'd you go? Dang it. Stupid phone.
So that's my concern with stepping back. What happens if you step back and the person still doesn't get it? How far are you willing to step back before they get it? That would be my issue. What do you think?
What? How far can you step back before they get it?
Right.
Man.
I think there's no need to step back. I believe it's all about lifting the other up. I agree. If we're working in this together, we should be moving together. Understanding that there will be frustrations. Hopefully I don't like dishes in the sink. Right.
So I would say one thing is, like, you can voice, what your expectation is, right? Say, like, I won't, like you said, you brought up the example of, these are the days I'm gonna wash dishes, these are the days you're gonna wash dishes, right? You can't come over there and be like, but you're not washing the dishes right. If I'm scrubbing a certain way, or if I rinse a certain way, and that wasn't a shot. Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
You can't come over here and now tell me how to wash dishes.
What I'm saying is that even when we put in our request for certain things, our partner's perception of that might be different than what we're actually asking for. Like, we can say, I wash the dishes, okay, and they wash the dishes, but instead of washing the dishes, they put it in the dishwasher. But why you not washing the dishes? I said wash the dishes. Well, this is how I wash the dishes, and we can't be mad at that person's interpretation. We can only have further communication about it.
Okay, I was really listening. See, I saw you give me some look. I looked up some things about stepping back, right? And obviously this is a common thing. It happens in relationships and marriages.
Yeah.
It's the control for her.
100. Put a couple 100s in the chat for me.
I see you've been listening to the podcast.
Pew, 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 pew.
It's the control for her. No, don't wash the dishes like that. You need to scrub it this way. When we talk about stepping back, this is what I found on Google. Google said, to stop doing something or being actively involved in something for a time, so in order to think about it and make a decision in a calm and reasonable way, you need to step back and give yourself some time to work through this. Okay, what if a person steps back for reasons like that? I'm stepping back and I'm going to stop being so actively involved to give myself time to process everything that is going on so I can decide what to do from there. But again, if we're in a relationship, we have to be able to communicate that. Give your opinion on how you would like a response for yourself. Understanding is a key and not controlling things. Agreed. Oftentimes what we're doing is we're having a power struggle. And what works for me and the way I do things may not be the way you do things. But if the goal was to get the thing done, then we have to accept that the thing is done. Even if you don't like the way it was done on your turn, do it differently.
Right.
I get that.
We
But what happens if on my day, on Wednesday, the Tuesday dishes are still there? What am I supposed to do?
Hey, you didn't wash the dishes on Tuesday. I thought our agreement was for you to wash the dishes on Tuesday.
I know what I said. I don't need you to remind me to wash the dishes.
Hey man, I'm just saying. You know.
Yeah, no, it can go real left. It can go left real quick. If our agreement was this, then it is up to each other to uphold the agreement.
Right.
So that kind of goes back to what happens when your spouse is not holding up their end of the agreement.
You got to be accountable.
But they're not accountable. Then what?
Then, you really have to sit back and think about, like you said earlier, I got to reevaluate things. Especially, like, is this a deal breaker?
Right.
Is this something that's just annoying, or is this a deal breaker? Because things that are annoying is just like, okay, like, yes, I can live with this. I'd rather not have to, but I can deal with this. But things that are deal breakers, like, look, like, we've had conversations about this, and this is something that's really, really important to me, and I feel like you're not taking it as serious. So we're gonna have to reevaluate this and give each other some time to really think, and then come back to this topic. Like, hey, are you willing to do this? Because this is a deal breaker for me. If you're not willing to do this, then we're gonna have to take some other steps.
You're not following through what you promised to follow through with.
Right.
And it's becoming not just a problem for me, it's a problem for our relationship.
What things are deal breakers?
Ooh, child. What things are deal breakers?
when she won't stop messing with that cabana boy. I done told you to stop messing with that cabana boy, and you not listening. You not listening.
Putting that out there on live. I have never. I wasn't me. I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh,
I don't know nobody with a cabana.
James.
Nope.
James.
Don't be putting my trainer out on front.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
I met James. James is a cool guy. James. You gotta say his name like that. James.
I don't like
James.
You. Next, if taking a step back means that she wants to be less committed than she is now, break things off. That's what Google said. That was Google.
But I mean, that's true. Like, if I'm asking you these things and these things are not being done, and then I gotta take a step back, and it's just like Stonewall, then what's the point? Like it doesn't make any sense to have to continue in this relationship if these are the things that I'm asking for, and for you're just unwilling to do it. So it's just like, what's the point? And vice versa. This is not just for women. This is for men too.
Right.
Men have certain standards and deal breakers for themselves as well. So it's important for everyone to communicate those things so that everybody is on the same page. And if that person, whether male or female or all the spectrum in between, can't agree to that or are unwilling to meet that, then you have to really start thinking about other options.
Right. Like therapy. We are not suggesting to walk away. Therapy. Bringing in someone to be in the middle, to give you some suggestions and tools to work these things out.
A truly neutral party. Don't bring your mama in there.
Don't bring your mama. Mama, I'm sorry.
Don't bring your cousin.
Right? Don't bring your sister in here. You know she got your side.
She couldn't wait. I'm about to... Yes. Oh, we about to go there today
You need
about him. Yes,
someone
girl.
that is going to be non-judgmental to your relationship, right? I don't know you. I don't know him. I'm here to give you guys suggestions so that you can work together.
Why not? You know why not? Ask them questions around here.
So bring in another party to be able to help you to kind of talk these things out. Now, granted, in a perfect world, in a wonderful, everything is beautiful, we did these things beforehand. We sat down and we talked about what this relationship looks like once we take it to the next level. Once we are married and we living with each other and we find out all the quirks and all the flaws, what are our expectations? Are we... What happened? Who said what? I believe you. I believe you. Because, you know, you are the best.
You're going to get me in trouble on this
Oh
live
my
right
God.
now.
Not Devin.
You're supposed to text that. Don't put that on live.
I just want y'all to know that my mama said that she's on Devin's side. I'm putting it out there. You're going to put James out there. I'm putting y'all out there.
They don't know James.
They don't know my mama. Probably. I suggest that because you know what? Sometimes when you have a third party that comes in and says, hey, I understand we all have problems. We all go through some things. Let me give you some tools to work on. Now they've given you some tools. The purpose is to go home and apply those tools and those skills.
Right.
They are not going to be easy the first time.
Right.
It takes consistency. What happens if we go to counseling, they show us some things to do, and the other person still doesn't do them?
And I'm just like, nah, dog.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I'm a grown.
Why you yelling?
Because they gotta know. They gotta feel the tone. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown. Ain't no therapist gonna tell me. Ain't no therapist gonna tell me what to do. That's how they do. That's how they portray men on shows.
On the TV.
They not gonna tell me what to do, woman. I'm a grown man. You about to have an aneurysm right now. Stop it. Calm down.
Shut up. What about the wife? You know, when we did this before, I was more resistant. I was like, no, y'all don't even know him. Don't let him fool you. Nope. That's how I was. What? Don't act like this is new. I was like, no. I've been asking for these things over and over and over and over again. Therapy is not going to be the solution. Why you didn't listen the first time I said it, and the second time, third time, the fourth time, the fifth time? Why we got to get to this point in order for you to hear me?
I don't know. Sometimes sometimes life happens and it's just like, not that you're oblivious, but sometimes you're just not receiving the message. Sometimes you just don't hear your partner the way that you should be hearing your partner. And you just need somebody to clarify things or to help you understand better. Doesn't mean that everyone's just failed and you guys shouldn't be together, because if he can't understand this or if she can't understand this, then that's just stupid. No. Sometimes we need an outside perspective to help us to put things in perspective.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we need a wake-up call. You know, the best thing I ever learned was that I didn't listen. Sometimes I still don't listen. But I have the tools to listen when I'm willing to listen.
I'm dropping.
And I work harder at listening because of the tools that I gain and because I want things to be different. And so it's like you said before, it's that accountability, right? Sometimes I hear something different than what is being said. Maybe it's because my needs are not being met. Maybe it's because I'm not communicating how I'm feeling, or it's not being receptive. Right. So therefore, your actions, I'm not seeing it. I'm hearing something completely different. And so when we take time to really process and sit down and talk about those things, you know, we're able to grow. You know, we all got things that we have to work on.
Right.
But the one of the biggest things in that is that we're working on them together.
Right.
Now, if I feel like you can't tell me nothing and I'm not going to listen, you know, that's a time where where the person who was helping us would say, what do you really want? I don't know. Well, that's not fair. You need to know what you want. You've entered into this union and now you don't know what you want. You need to figure out what it is you want.
Right. Because without that, how can you give clarity to your partner?
Right.
You're confused about what you want and how you gonna get it, and now you putting that burden on them, and they like,
yeah.
You said you wanted chicken, so I got your chicken, and now you talk about mayonnaise. I don't understand what's happening right now.
So someone said your action speaks louder than your words. This is true. And then another one said, so mirroring talking might work. Mirroring talking, ooh, child, that could get dangerous.
You remember that?
When I did it, I was nervous.
When we did it.
Oh, yeah. No. Wait, I don't remember.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said. Let's go back.
No. Okay, wait. What is it meant by mirroring? Because what I interpret as mirroring is, let's say you're talking to me a certain way and I don't like it. Then I'm going to mirror back what you're saying. Yeah. But I get what you're saying, that repeating back, right? Repeating back what the person is saying. That could be mirroring as well, because I'm repeating it back.
Oh, so tone.
Yeah, tone is a big thing. I know Devin always says, it's not what you said, it's how you say it. And I'm like, what? How did I say it?
And I'd be like,
I didn't even say nothing. Here you go.
And I just walk out.
You always walking out. Y'all don't know
it.
our life. Stop telling people our business.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
And then I'd be like, babe.
I got personal trauma, okay? Don't talk about me. I got personal trauma.
And I'd be like, babe, I know it wasn't my tone. And he'd be like, don't be coming in here with them eyes. I'm sorry. So sorry. Yeah, you hear that also. It's your tone. You know, I blame it on her. Okay, I'm just kidding. Taking accountability. My tone is my own problem.
Yeah. Working
on my tone is my issue. And that's the thing too. We wanna blame other things and other people and other scenarios, and it's not me. You don't understand. No, it is you. I'm talking to you.
I grew up this way.
It will change.
I had thug life.
Shut up. I am not. All right, let me give you guys some expert ways, okay? Before we end today, it says if you feel like you've been given too much, here are some expert ways to back off in a relationship. What does that even mean? Okay, if you feel like you've been doing too much, here are some ways to back off in the relationship.
Mind you, this is Google.
This is Google. All right, take time each day to do at least one thing for yourself. It could be that you're feeling overwhelmed, that I didn't put in all this energy, all this time, all this stuff, and I'm not getting nothing in return. So maybe I need to take some time to self-care on myself, to really focus in on my needs because they're not being met. Now, I did not say whatever that looks like. Like stepping back and going to get your needs met is a different story. But you know what? I'm overexerting myself. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Let me focus on me. But again, we're in a relationship, and that can get very dangerous. Yes, we have to self-care, and yes, we have to take care of ourselves, but too much of me, I mean, and if that person doesn't step up, where do we go from there?
Right. But I think that's before you go into your next point, I think that's definitely important because, you know, like to your point, a lot of times we can be caught up in our own world that we start bleeding on our partner and expecting them to fulfill us in a certain way that they can never possibly do. But we're so caught up in here that we don't see it. All we see is, well, I'm asking you to do something and you're not doing it. So there's a problem here. Well, maybe taking a minute to put things in perspective and get some self-care so that, you know, we can think a little bit more clearly about our situation and be like, you know, put things in perspective and allow us to really to not put unrealistic expectations on our partner sometimes. Right.
That goes back to Building Healthy Relationships by Peter Sakaro, right? We were talking about stop mind reading and make expectations clear. You know, when we are clear on what we expect and that person is in agreement, which means both of us, right? Our expectations have to be conscious. They have to be realistic. They have to be spoken of, and they have to be agreed.
Right.
If you have agreed, if we have done all these things, we have said it out loud. We spoke to one another. We use healthy communication to get what we need across. They're realistic.
Right.
Right. They're realistic.
Yeah.
Meaning, No, Devin, make up the bed the way I make the bed up. That might not be realistic.
I like the tuck. You don't like the tuck.
Yeah, this is true. He makes the bed up way better than I'd be like, I'm getting back in it later. But if it has to be realistic on our part, right? On your part, on my part.
Yeah.
And then agreed upon. Once we have said that, yes, this is how things are going to go. I've heard you. You've heard me. We were both communicating, using our I statements actively and receptively listening. We done shook hands on it. I mean, that's what happens in the wedding, right? Mwah. We kissed on it.
You're supposed to snap.
Okay, sorry.
You still okay? We can work on it.
Corny.
All right.
It's the control for him, right? The other thing is change your perspective. What does that mean? Changing your perspective about things. I got to change my perspective.
Look at it from a different angle.
Like, he's not just a bum. He's not just lazy and not doing what I asked him to do. I should change that. It came deep, right? I felt that in my gut. I wasn't talking about you. That was like back in the day. Change your perspective. Maybe he doesn't know this is what I need. Maybe we need to communicate a little more. Can you get out your feelings, please, and get back into this live? See what happened? You didn't brought the children in.
She been voguing over there for the last 5 minutes.
Okay, what about this next one? Give your partner the opportunity to show up more. I think that's a good one. Give your partner the opportunity to show up more. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, let's go back to the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday morning, breakfast, lunch, whatever. I come in from work, boom, I see dishes. I'm mad. I'm hot. And now you're really not doing them because you know I'm hot. Walking around here.
Terrible.
And I know you.
It's terrible.
You're not going to wash them. She mad. Let her be mad. Right, he was all up in his feelings.
She don't know what day I just had.
But our agreement was you was going to wash the dishes on Tuesday.
I am. See, what happened was we didn't put a time on it.
I don't see what happened.
If I can wash dishes at 11:30.
Oh my God, that is so annoying. That is so annoying. Set boundaries, set time and boundaries. That's another one of the advice. It's another one of the
Google.
Yep, that they gave was to set some boundaries. And I think that, again, goes back to expectations. We have to set our boundaries and our expectations up front.
Right.
But what happens if we didn't? Then we got to go back to the drawing board. That's where that third party has to come in. So it's not like, oh, you just want to change me. You just want to change everything around. That's not what I agreed to. That's not what I signed up for. But this isn't working. Right. This isn't working for me. And if it's not working for me, it's not working for us.
Right. This is why businesses have meetings, like quarterly meetings, to revisit topics and to discuss, like, okay, are we on track? Do we need to change some things? What are the new things we're doing?
I like that.
Where are we going? I feel like a lot of times in relationships, we just stay on cruise control and we really don't revisit the things that need to be revisited. I mean, us, at 20 is definitely different, than us at 30. And, there's a lot of things that need to be talked about, need to be discussed. Like, where are we headed, in the next 10 years? What does the future look like? What do us look like? What do our careers look like? What does our time look like?
You remember my supervisor, Dr. Kennedy, right? Mm-hmm. We met all the time in supervision, and he shared with me that him and his wife, they get together, like you said, quarterly, and they have an agenda. What are we talking about? And they don't talk about work and kids and all that. They really talk about their relationship, and they have to stick on the topic or whatever's on the agenda and take care of that business. And we had started that for a while. It was going pretty good. I don't remember what happened, but we did, and it was like, okay, this is interesting. Mm-hmm. You don't remember?
This is like when before we moved out here. And I know
Yeah, way before we moved out here.
So it's been a
We
minute.
would sit on the balcony.
Yep.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
bring out our notepad and pen and say, okay, this is on my agenda and this is on his agenda. And these are the things that I want to talk about. Again, coming to each other respectfully.
Yeah.
Coming with assertive communication skills. It's not like, okay, this is on my agenda.
Right. This is what you gonna do.
You need to.
I got a list from 1 to 100, and they need to be done in the next 5 days. Are we gonna have some problems?
Number 1, you. Because he's not gonna listen.
Right.
'Cause I can't hear that.
Right.
You're giving me the accusatory you, and that's not gonna work for me. You can't blame me for everything. But if you are feeling some type of way and you need me to hear you, you gotta say it in a way that I can understand.
Right.
And you accusing and blaming me ain't gonna work.
Catch more flies with honey.
This is true. So yeah, we sat down and we're like, look, these are 3 things. We only put 3 things on an agenda. Don't put 12 things on there. We are never going to get off of this subject. We are never going to get off this balcony today.
Right.
Talking about all the problems. That's why we're doing it often, right? If 3 months is too long, then we come in weekly.
Right.
We're going to talk about what's on the agenda 1. Prioritize it. Next week, we'll pick this back up and we'll go to something else. That's how therapy works, right?
Right.
You get an hour, 53 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it is. We can't handle everything today.
Right.
It's a process. And so is our relationship. It's a process. But we both have to be willing to take the steps necessary to get to where we want to be. And if we're both not willing, taking a step back, it's not going to work. It's not. Sooner or later, it's just going to keep walking.
Right.
We got to be willing to work at this together. So that's my advice today, y'all. That's our advice today.
Mm-hmm.
Was good?
Mm-hmm.
You all in your feelings still?
No.
Okay, just checking. I ain't got time.
I gotta play the song.
What song?
The song you was just listening to.
Oh, that was my song. Thank y'all for joining us today. Y'all good? Y'all got that? Beautiful. Thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what? I think this was a good time because of this question today, and we talked about expectations and communications and having a third party. I've been saying we haven't announced a new component of Ask the G's. You ready? You ready?
What you talking about?
No, we're not gonna say it yet.
What you talking about?
What we're doing together.
Oh.
You not ready?
Yeah. I mean,
Go ahead and announce it.
Nah. It's Miss G Talk, baby. Go ahead and talk to the people.
I didn't change your name to the G's because you requested it. You came late and said that it didn't have your name on it.
It says Miss G Talk.
Oh, it's on my Instagram. We can't do it on both, okay? Anyway, guys, the website will be up.
TBA.
No, TBA is too long.
You don't even know what TBA means.
To be awesome.
Yep. To be awesome.
What is TBA? TBA. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what TBA means. No? Nobody gonna tell me? That's why I got Google. What is TBA?
To be announced.
No.
Yes.
Can it be up by the end of the month, please? Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, we're not going to announce it tonight. The website will be up TBA. And then we'll let you know what else we are planning and what other services we have announced to be announced. Thank you. To be awesome.
To be awesome. From now on. TBA. To be awesome. I'm going to tell my students that tomorrow. You guys need to be TBA.
I'm like, bless your heart. Somebody at home like, let us pray for her.
Right.
Lord. Is she serious? I was. Around the corner. All right, so it will be TBA, and we'll let you know. There are some new services coming up with Miss G Talk, and I'm super excited. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and all other times. If I don't know where y'all at, just figure it out. 9 o'clock. But I love you, though. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all next week. Bye. Okay, bye.
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 Shout out RJ. Love you.
Hey, big man. My other big man.